Guys, today we're going to cover how to get all of the multiplayer trophies in Gears of War Reloaded. First up, 3 things to be aware of though. 1, it's a really long grind because of a trophy called Seriously. If you want to squat up and do this with your buddies, be aware that currently at least only the host earns trophy progression. I imagine this is going to get fixed at some point in the future, and if it does so, I'll note that down in the description of the video. All of these trophies are perfectly doable by yourself in legitimate matches. This guide though is mostly going to talk about how to boost these either by yourself with multiple consoles or with your buddies. That said, let's get to it. These first 2 trophies we're going to do together. They both involve captures in ring games like Blitz or King of the Hill, and they're the only 2 that we can do in private matches, so we're going to go do that. You can do this by yourself with 2 controllers, split screen, though it will be slightly faster to do with a friend with a second console. So go down to Private Match Blitz. First thing we want to do is clear out all of the maps. We only want to use 1 map. Yeah, so clear out all the maps. Scroll down till you find Raven Down. And then triangle to add that map, then X to save. Now if you're doing this with a friend who has a second console, none of the settings in the match setup matter. You're going to end the match very quickly. If you're doing it by yourself with 2 controllers split screen, then you will want to set the rounds to win to 1 and the round score as low as it can go, which is 60. This helps you end the match as quickly as possible. So I'm just going to show the other console joining this console. And here we go, match is ready to go. Remember, we need to capture the ring 3 times in 100 different matches, and in 20 of those matches, we need to make sure the enemy team has 0 points. That will get us both trophies. So here's the first capture. And now your second controller or your buddy on a second console is going to come over to your ring, step into your ring, then immediately step out, and we get another capture. And in this case, as you can see, we got a bit carried away, and I don't know, what's that, like 5 captures instead of the 3 that we needed. At this point, the account on the second console simply exits the match, leaving you an immediate win. And that's 1 of 100 and 1 of 20 done. If you're in split screen with 2 controllers, you can't have the second controller leave the match, so you have to finish the match as quick as you can, which involves you getting that score up to 60 by staying in the ring. And after 20 matches, we will have the first trophy, and after 100 matches, we will have the second trophy. So for seriously getting 10,000 kills, and for the majority of the remaining trophies, we're going to be doing the same thing in 2v2 Nasher executions. And while we're getting those kills for seriously, we're also going to unlock all of these trophies and all of these trophies. So let's look at the basic setup here. You're either going to have 2 consoles, each with 2 controllers split screened, or you're going to have 1 console split screened with 2 controllers, and a buddy's going to have another console split screened with 2 controllers. You are both going to search competitive 2v2 Nasher execution at the same time. And when the match starts, the person going for the trophy is going to go and kill the other 2 people on the opposing team 7 times to win the match. At 2 kills a round and 7 rounds, that's 14 kills a match, and you do a match in about 3 to 4 minutes. You can do the math, but that's a lot of hours. Remember though, on the way to those 10,000 kills, you are going to unlock a bunch of other trophies. Okay, Gimme Some Skin is very simple. Just in any of these matches, make sure to select a custom weapon skin during the pre-game lobby phase. Okay, reviving 100 teammates. Again, we're doing this in our standard 2v2 Nasher execution. As soon as the match starts, the person going for the revives turns around and shoots their teammate in the knees until they go down. Do a revive, shoot them in the knees again, and then do a revive. You can only do this twice, and then go to the other end of the map and get your 2 kills as normal. This is going to give you 2 revives a round, or 14 revives every match, or every 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, let's talk about I Can See You. Spot 100 enemies that result in being killed. Again, we're still in our 2v2 Nasher executions. Since the spotting has a timer on it, we're going to have the shooter go up first and get ready to do the shot. Then the spotter's going to run up and spot the enemy by aiming and clicking down on the left stick. And then the shooter shoots. For the Mix It Up trophy, you need to win a match in every type of game. And there are some duplicate types, so you don't need to do all game modes. Here's a list of the ones you need to win a match in. Feel free to screenshot this and cross them off as you go. All of the remaining trophies, we're going to be doing Team Deathmatch. Obviously, we need to win 25 matches of Team Deathmatch. And while we're doing that, we're going to win a match on every map, and we're going to kill an enemy with every weapon. Now, ideally, you'd boost these. You and your buddies would squad up into a squad of 4, and then another set of buddies would do the same, squad up into another squad of 4. Then you would both search at the same time and hopefully end up in a match of Team Deathmatch. Unfortunately, because of the host issues and trophy progression, you're probably not going to be doing that, which makes it harder, but not impossible, to boost this in Team Deathmatch with a bunch of people. If you can boost it, go ahead, more power to you. Otherwise, just do this in legit Team Deathmatches, and hopefully your team will carry you to the win, and you'll get the maps and the weapons you need. So as I mentioned, while we're getting our 25 wins, we're also going to unlock all of the weapons, get a kill with all of the weapons, and play on all the maps. At the start of every match, they're going to show you a map, and the little X's on the map are the weapon spawn locations. These are the weapons you need to get a kill with. You start each match with the first 3. Everything else you will need to find by going to one of those spawn locations that are shown on the map at the start of the match. If you get stuck on 9 of 10 unlocked, as I did, then it might be your hammer burst. I had to get a kill with that on a few different maps before it finally unlocked. For around the world, we need to win a match on every map. Team Deathmatch is good for this because every map is available in Team Deathmatch. Apart from boxes, which you have already done by doing the 2v2 Nasher executions. Screenshot this and cross them off as you go. And as you get to the last handful of maps that you need, you're obviously going to start repeating maps you've already got. So make sure and use the vote to skip, which appears at the start of each match if you've already done that map. This is especially useful if you're boosting as a group and everyone can vote at the same time. And that's it, guys. That's how you get all of the trophies in Gears of War Reloaded in a relatively time-efficient manner. Note, though, it's still a redonkulous grind. There's no two ways about it. All right, then. I'll see you in the next one.